Good morning, children. Today I am going to teach you the components of blood in detail. In the last class, I taught you about the major components of blood, which are plasma, RBC, WBC and platelets. Now we can see plasma in detail. Plasma. The human blood is embedded in a matrix and which is fluid in nature. So we can say the blood plasma is a fluid matrix. So the fluid matrix of human blood is plasma. And the second point is plasma is a colorless liquid. Plasma is colorless. And the third point is 90% of plasma is made of water. And the remaining 10% consists of inorganic substances. Inorganic substances or ions. So the major inorganic substances are sodium, calcium, etc. Along with that, some dissolved gases such as oxygen and carbon dioxide, then food materials, then waste materials are also present in plasma. Let's see once more. Plasma is a fluid matrix which is a colorless liquid, and 90% of plasma is made of water. The remaining 10% consists of inorganic substances or ions, dissolved gases such as oxygen and carbon dioxide, food and other waste materials. The other components such as RBC and WBC are immersed in plasma. Now we can see RBC in detail. RBC, I told you, the other name of RBC is erythrocytes, RBC. The full form of RBC is red blood cells or red blood corpuscles. The first point is the RBC. These cells are spherical in shape. Spherical in shape. And the second point is this is the most numerous formed elements in the human blood. This is the most numerous formed elements, and the RBC count is 4.5 to 5 million per cubic millimeter. This is known as RBC count of human blood. And the next point is they do not have nucleus. Nucleus absent in red blood cells. So their lifespan lasts for only 120 days or 4 months. Their lifespan lasts for 120 days or 4 months. And the next point is these RBCs are smaller than WBC. These are smaller than WBC. Let's see once more. RBC is spherical in shape. This is the most numerous formed elements in the human blood, and the RBC count, the normal count is 4.5 to 5 million per cubic millimeter, and the nucleus is absent and its lifespan lasts for only 120 days or 4 months, and the size wise which is smaller than RBC. Now we can see WBC in detail. See, WBC is also known as leukocytes. WBC, the full form of WBC is white blood cells or white blood corpuscles. And the first point is the WBC is spherical or irregular in shape. Irregular in shape. And the second point is the total WBC count in human blood is 6,000 to 10,000 per cubic millimeter. And the third point is it consists of nucleus. Nucleus is present. Nucleus present, that means they are nucleated cells. So they have a long lifespan. And the next point is these WBC produce antibodies. Antibodies are produced by the WBC for providing immunity to our body for fighting against disease-causing organism. So this WBC is also known as soldiers of the body. And next point, this WBC size-wise which is bigger than RBC. See, as I told you, RBC is smaller than WBC and WBC is bigger than RBC size-wise. So let's see the WBC once more. WBC is spherical or irregular in shape, and the total WBC count in human blood is 6,000 to 10,000 per cubic millimeter, and nucleus is present, and they are producing antibodies for providing immunity to our body. So they are called the soldiers of the body, and size-wise they are bigger than RBC. Now we can see the next component, which is platelets. Platelets, other name of platelets, thrombocytes. Platelets. See the first point, the platelets are the tiny fragments of human blood. These are the tiny fragments of human blood. And the second point, this is spindle shaped cells. The shape is spindle shape. And the third point, the total platelet count in human blood is 2.5 to 3.5 into 10 raised to 5 per cubic millimeter. This is the normal platelet count in the human blood, and this is also non-nucleated. That means nucleus is absent, and the lifespan lasts for only 7 to 10 days. And the next point is the main function of this platelet is coagulation or clotting of blood. If any injury or wound is there in our body, normally bleeding is there from the injury. So that bleeding can be stopped by the coagulation of blood, and that is the main function of platelets. The main function of platelet is blood clotting or blood coagulation. Let's see platelets once more. Platelets are the tiny fragments of human blood. This is spindle shaped cells, and the platelet count is, normal platelet count is 2.5 to 3.5 into 10 raised to 5 per cubic millimeter. The nucleus is absent, and its lifespan lasts for 7 to 10 days, and the main function of platelet is blood clotting. In the next class, we can see the blood vessels in detail. Thank you.